Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rattlesnake, and first of all, Happy New Year. I haven't posted yet in this new year, 2026. Crazy. I mean, technically I have my last year recap, but I haven't posted this month. I have been crazy busy doing a lot of stuff, which I might talk about. I don't know, but I'm hauling back on an old classic today. I am repainting my nails because I'm going out to a club on Sunday with all of my friends. And yeah, I think it's emo night themed, so I'm gonna do my nails and just talk while I do that. But I'll be talking about something in specifics. Specifically, I've already painted one of these nails, but yeah. So I was going to talk about, I should clean this off. I might do the thumb later. New Year's resolutions. Well, actually, not really. Because of the New Year's, I was thinking about New Year's resolutions, and I don't do them, like, at all. I don't really believe in them. I've tried in years past, but not for, like, oh, I'm gonna get fit this year. No, more for, I don't think there's much in this one. Well, I don't know. But no, I don't really do New Year's resolutions because I don't think people stick to them very often, and that's why I'm posting this later in the month, actually. Not because I've been totally busy, but because I don't believe in them. Yeah, people like do it for the first 2 weeks, and then this nail polish is just terrible. I may as well just talk, because honestly these nails are not gonna get painted with this. Actually, I haven't. Wow, I might use that one. But yeah, people don't stick to them, which is why instead of using like New Year's resolutions, I just have a bucket list, and I want to talk about that because I have a lot of interesting things on my bucket list. I don't have it on me right now. I wrote one and put it on my wall ages ago, but I have a lot of different ones, different goals nowadays. But yeah, I have a lot of like travel goals. I would love to, some of my bucket list items, like places I want to visit, you know. Up on there is like, I want to go to Japan and Korea, like South Korea. Actually, visiting the DMZ would be interesting, I think. I'm a huge, like, history buff, so I think it might be quite an interesting place to visit. If you don't know, the DMZ is the demilitarized zone between South Korea and North Korea. I mean, if I got the opportunity to visit North Korea, that could be also quite interesting from a political standpoint, see how society runs over there. I am not saying that I support the North Korean government. I'm not Madeline Pendleton. Jesus, but her propaganda's weird. Oh, they're like a communist thing, so they have to be good, right? Because the US demonizes them, they have to be good. The US demonized a lot of other places that weren't that good. Oh, the US didn't support Nazi Germany. They must be good. See how it spirals? Right. But no, I want to visit Amsterdam. Well, I just want to visit the Netherlands in general. I've got a bunch of different places there, but yeah, Amsterdam's on my list. I want to visit just a bunch of different European cities anyway. I would love to go to Berlin. I know there are a lot of people like, oh no, you go other places in Germany. I know, but like, you know, it's iconic. It's amazing. Yeah, Paris, obs. French is quite an interesting language to me, which brings me to my next point of learning languages. I want to be able to speak at least 3 languages by the time I'm dead. Like, even being able to speak another language is really the goal. Being able to speak at least 3, that would be amazing. But, you know, I can follow along with some polite French. It's pretty easy to learn, I enjoy it. But it's by no means my best skill. I enjoy learning languages though, so I would like to be able to speak another language. But yeah, I don't really have any in mind at the moment. I don't know. I guess, like I said, French and probably a different Latin-based one because whatever. Or maybe a Germanic language. I know that some of my friends are learning Dutch, so I've vaguely been picking up on it. You see it when you're reading, so it's pretty easy to pick up when it is Dutch, when it's not German. Not listening, but reading. The whole other thing. Speaking of Dutch, I would like to go to a Grand Prix, like, race day. I would like to actually go to a race day. in the Max Verstappen stance. That's insane. Like, I would love to go to the Dutch Grand Prix. That's almost an impossible goal for me now. Because this year, sadly, is the last year that it'll be run, for a while anyway. We might get Zandvoort back on the calendar, but there's no guarantee he'll be racing when it does. So that's quite a sad thing. I would love to have gone. Ah, well. But yeah, no, going to one of the things, I think Spa would be quite fun. I keep getting ads for the Singapore Grand Prix, like a whole ticket and your race day, it's a whole thing. It looks fun, not gonna lie. Don't know if I could handle the heat though. Apparently it is hot. Well, obviously it's hot. But yeah, I'd like to visit Singapore anyway, so maybe that's the goal. Yeah. There are certainly some almost impossible goals on my bucket list. I would like to see, and this is one of the impossible ones. I would like to live to see the Australian national anthem be changed. I don't mind our national anthem. If you don't know it, it's Advanced Australia Fair. You can look it up. It's quite boring, to be honest, and I don't think it encapsulates what it is to be Australian. I think it is quite a boring take on the Australian national identity, and that was because originally our national anthem, when those sort of things got codified, was the British national anthem, God Save the King, Queen, and then now King again. But I would like to see it changed, preferably to I Am Australian, or We Are Australian. I don't know what the official name is, and there are some versions that say it's by the Seekers. I think it's by somebody else originally. It has been put forward as our national anthem as a suggestion for it, and I genuinely think it's way better. It acknowledges just the history of the First Nations people. It talks about the Dreamtime, and it talks about colonization in not a positive light. It doesn't, make light of, oh, I think that colonization was good. It's not. And then it also talks about those who were prisoners, who became free people. But, it doesn't glamorize that. It talks about our folk legends, folk stories, Ned Kelly, talks about the gold rush. I think it's a way better example of the Australian identity than our current national anthem. Also, it sounds better, and people like singing it, so. And primary school kids don't have to look up a bunch of words about what they mean. And also, there's actual Australians mentioned in the song. I think it's a really good song. So, yeah, check it out. Maybe. I don't know. I would also like to see our flag get changed. Or at least have, well, not get changed. I think it should incorporate the First Nations flags into it. I know there's some versions that do, but yeah. I don't know, what else is there? There's a lot of stuff on my bucket list. There was actually some things I've achieved. I talked about this in an earlier video. But one of my top, if not my top things, was to be able to see a Broadway show. And I was very lucky in 2022 to be able to achieve this. I also have another goal on top of that, to see a Broadway show on Broadway with the original cast, the full cast. I think that would be amazing. And it's a bit of a far-fetched dream. It's probably never gonna happen. I would also like to do, speaking of the US, a proper US road trip. I would like to visit all of the states in the US. I think that would be quite fun. I would like to visit all of the states here as well. I'm missing 3 states and territories. I am missing 3. I haven't been to WA, I haven't been to Northern Territory, and I haven't been to Tasmania. I've been to the others. Obviously, I live in Victoria, visited South Australia twice, I think. I've been up to Queensland a number of times, passed through New South Wales, obviously, but I've never been to the other side. My brother has 1 to go. That's not fair. And he went on a central trip with the school and got to go to Northern Territory and WA, I believe. So he's got 2 states to go. But as I said, I would like to visit all of the states of the US. And my rule is that I have to actually spend time in the state, not just drive through it. I would love to say a day in each state, but I know that's a bit unrealistic. So like half a day where I'm traveling from state to state and to see something important in that state. I'd love to go to Texas, probably. I've only really been to Texas, well, once, because I've only been to the States once. We had a layover in one of their airports, I think it was Dallas. But we never actually set foot outside the airport, so I would like to go there. Obviously would love to go to California, see LA, you know, see San Diego. That's gorgeous. I want to go up to Oregon, see the beautiful redwoods up there. I'd like to see what the Midwest has to offer. You know, go to the Dakotas, see their national parks, go to Wyoming to see Yellowstone, I believe it is. Is it Yellowstone in Wyoming? Or is it might be Yosemite. I would like to do a lot of that. And yeah, I'd like to visit Canada. I think it would be quite nice. Go to a bunch of their provinces. I watched Come From Away when it came here the first time. One of my friends got me tickets. Shout out Frankie, legend. Went to go see it with him, and I would like to visit Newfoundland. Well, Newfoundland, as it's I don't know how it's pronounced, but to see their 9/11 museum, I know that they've got it. I would actually like to go to the one in New York because I didn't do it when I was there. Although probably for the best, it's apparently quite depressing to go to Ground Zero. But yeah, a lot of things. I know it's a bit dark, but I would probably go to, I don't know if I would go to Auschwitz, but I would probably go to at least one of the Holocaust museums there. I think it's important to recognize that part of history. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to do in my life, but there is one thing that is completely and totally unattainable that I want to do. Because it's not a tangible thing. I want to live life to its absolute fullest. Basically just to love everything I do unapologetically for the rest of my life. I've been seeing a lot of Hope Core stuff lately about how you can't just walk around life being nonchalant, being detached, because you're just ruining everything for yourself. And I wanted to do the opposite of that. I've always loved pretty loudly, love my interests very loudly, love my friends loudly. I don't believe in being embarrassed by the things you love. Sure, people might find your hobbies cringe. I certainly have cringe hobbies. I mean, look at me, I'm wearing an Invader Zim t-shirt. You know, I collect band posters and of gigs I go to and gigs I don't even go to. I like collecting cassette tapes. And, you know, I make pins. I like beading, you know, I have a collection of pop figures. Everything's cringe. But you can be cringe and free. Just be who you want to be. Like, love loudly, essentially. And yeah, those are some of my bucket list items. If you have bucket list items, or if you even manage to stick to a New Year's resolution, you know, comment it down below, I guess. Like and subscribe, I guess. No, but thank you for everybody that supported the channel in the last year. Here's to a good 2026. Thanks for watching. Bye!